What is going on, everyone? This is NinjaGeek here, and welcome back to Road to the Best Hero in Overwatch. So for the first week, of course, we had Reaper win, the next week we had Mei win, and in this week we're going to discuss the results in which the best tank voted by you guys is Zarya. So do remember that there is a link in the description to vote. Please, I encourage you to vote because it is free. There's no any other process. You just click the link below and vote for your favorite hero, because this series is all about what you think, who you want to win, essentially. But anyways, Zarya did come in the top #1 spot for our tank by 1 point over D.Va, which I was actually very surprised because, of course, every single day not really every single day, but I pretty much every other day go and check on this poll to see how it's turning out. And in the beginning, Reinhardt was actually winning, and then Zarya and Reinhardt were tied for a long time, and then Zarya actually came above Reinhardt by 2 points, and D.Va was pretty much all the way at the bottom, and she crept up above Reinhardt, which was pretty interesting to see. Roadhog, he was pretty much down there too, and Winston did not get a vote until the very end with only 1 vote, and that's just because I don't really think that he's that good in the grand scheme of things compared to the other ones in my own personal opinion, but Zarya did take the lead anyways for Road to the Best Hero tank. Now let's talk about the support heroes, and this is going to be the final one. Next week we will discuss who actually is the winner of, or get into the winners poll, discussing every single hero that won in the finale anyways. So right now we have Ana, Lucio, Mercy, Symmetra, and Zenyatta in the support category. So of course, Ana has her biotic rifle, which she can shoot darts that restore her teammates' health or can do damage to enemies. Her sleep dart can put enemies to sleep, of course, we know that, but you have to be really accurate with that. The biotic grenade can be used to heal teammates or not heal enemies, so make the enemies not be able to heal themselves by any form or any means on their team. And her nano boost is actually right now in this stage, it's in the PTR, but it is going to be getting nerfed from what it originally was. It originally allows you to have a speed increase as well as a damage increase, but there will no longer be a speed increase so far on Ana. So that's a little bit of a nerf there. Well, actually a lot of a nerf, but that is her nano boost anyways. It will give them more damage, or someone on your team more damage. Moving on to Lucio, we have his sonic amplifier, which has 2 firing modes. Of course, he can knock enemies off the map with the shorter range one, but he also has some projectiles that can do little damage. It's not really that great, but it's so that he can get in there and at least do something instead of being a useless hero. He can crossfade, which allows him to use his health or speed abilities, and his speed boost actually, I don't want to say recently, but it did get a nerf. You cannot move as fast as you used to with that, so it is a little bit of a drawback, but his speed boost is there to give his enemies a little bit of speed, or his teammates, I should say, rather, a little bit of speed to get to certain objective points and stuff like that. His sound barrier will allow him to, of course, block 1,000 extra damage on his teammates, so that, of course, they have more hit points to go down. It lasts for a couple of seconds, but it's pretty useful when trying to take a point. Oh, and the one that I forgot to mention is amp it up. So when he goes between crossfade, he can amp it up, and which will allow him to use crossfade to heal himself faster or to give himself a bigger speed boost. And of course, that works well with the crossfade ability. But moving on to Mercy, she has her staff, which allows her to give a damage boost or a healing to her teammates, and it's really, really useful. The damage boost used to be 30%, but they recently buffed it, or I should say recently, but I don't even know when the last patch was, but they buffed it to be 50%, which is very good. Support heroes getting a lot of buffs this time around, because the damage boost really did not do anything before, but now it does a lot more stuff to it. Her blaster is not the best, but it is still pretty good if she gets in a tight situation and she needs something to protect herself with. Guardian Angel will allow her to fly to her teammates so she can get out of those sticky situations, because of course she really can't do anything if she's just getting beat down by the enemy team, and that's the whole point of having her as a support hero. Her angelic descent, as they call it, will allow her to slow down the speed at which she falls to the ground. So, of course, she has her wings and she could slowly glide down so that she's not instantly falling to the ground. And her ultimate is her resurrect ability, which allows her to revive any teammates that are near your vicinity, which is very, very helpful in lots of situations. The next one is Symmetra. She has her photon projector, which of course has 2 firing modes. She can hold down for a longer ranged ability, and of course if the enemies get close, she can of course zap onto them, and the longer that she has targeted onto them, they will go down faster, and if they're not really paying attention. She has her sentry turret, which she can set up a small turret up to 6 at a single time in small areas. Now these turrets can be destroyed easily, but as long as you have them set up, they can help in some certain situations if your enemies are not really paying attention. She has her photon shield, which gives teammates, as of right now, a 25% bonus towards their shields. So these are shields that regenerate over time. And her teleporter, of course, is a teleporter that she can put anywhere and teleport her teammates. Pretty obvious. Now, I would like to make this mention is that sometime mid-November or late November, I'd like to say, Symmetra will be getting some sort of a major buff, because they already did announce that, but as of right now, we don't know what that is. But then moving on to the last one, which is Zenyatta, he of course has his Orb of Destruction, which he can hold down for a more rapid fire effect, or he can just use them singly, one at a time. His Orb of Harmony allows him to put it on his teammates to give them a slow health regeneration, but it only works of course on one teammate at a single time. His Orb of Discord he can put on an enemy to drag their health down even more, and Transcendence is his ultimate, which will allow him to heal any nearby teammates and keep on healing them so that they do not die. Except the thing is in Transcendence that if the enemies are really putting a pack-a-punch on their shots and they target specific heroes can still die even though you're transcending, which is the thing that lots of people forget while you're Zenyatta. So you just have to be really cautious as you use Transcendence, but it's very, very helpful in situations where your team is just getting destroyed. Again, link in the description to vote for this poll, and I will see you on the next Overwatch video. Of course, as NinjaGeek. I'm out. And peace.